Thank you for joining us. I'm Jackie Park.
And I'm Eric Biehn.
We had to skip the last 2 months to figure out some complications, but we're back for the new year and an exciting one too. So let's jump right in. Students return from winter break well rested to face the two big milestones of every spring semester. The first is Rush. From the first day back to the last week of January, Greek organizations and SLGs hosted multiple bonding events to recruit new members.
The second is tenting. This year's incredible basketball team drew a lot of applicants to Kville, but only few were able to win spots. The biggest enemies of Kville residents are line monitors, whose jobs are to basically make tenters' lives a living hell. But what do we know about their roles and identity? Jackie sought out fellow monitors to find out.
Line monitors are the common enemy of Kville residents. Blasting the siren in the middle of the night, they've gained a reputation for being the real devils at Duke. But what do line monitors do on a daily basis? We interviewed line monitor Steve Hassey, who showed up in a dashing Duke blue suit to ask him about the day in the life of a line monitor.
So I would say every day is very different. The very basic responsibilities are calling checks, going around making sure that folks are in Kville when they're saying that they're in Kville, just to ensure that this is a fair community, because we do have a number of people on our wait list at any one time. But then there are a lot of behind the doors things, where we are figuring out a lot of logistics with administration, figuring out programming and different events where we can bring all of these things together.
How do you guys decide when to do the checks?
I would say it's a very randomized process where for any day check, we have a channel in our Slack where it's called day checks, and anyone can propose a time and people will just sign up at that time. And so whenever people are available, they just come out and call checks. At night, we just kind of make a group with the 10 or so line monitors that are on for that night, and they decide amongst themselves when this does.
What do you guys think of line monitors?
Resilient.
Busy. Hard workers. I think I'll be positive about it.
As a line monitor, I think I get to help facilitate the community among 1,600 people inside this room. And that's been something that's been really special for me.
From managing Kville to organizing game logistics, line monitors don't have it so easy. And don't forget, they need to wake up too when we do. Jackie Park, Blues News, Durham. The former director of the Biostatistics Master's Program, Megan Neely, stepped down from her job after sending a controversial email. The email asked students to write down the names of the Chinese international students who were speaking Chinese loudly in order to use it against them when they apply for jobs. The incident was met with rage, quickly gaining national media attention. President Price addressed the incident in an email expressing his disapproval for such xenophobic and exclusive attitudes. This was the third high-profile racism incident on campus this academic year.
Seniors Archana Alawat, Brian Burr, Luke Farrell, and Trey Walk were selected as the 4 finalists of this year's undergraduate Young Trustee position. They ran their campaign both on and offline throughout the entire month.
Student musical group Hoofenhorn made a comeback with Spring Awakening, a German play that narrates the experience of adults since exploring their sexuality. Producer Dottie Contopoulos explained why she thought the production was different from others.
So Spring Awakening was different from many other musicals that we've done before. Often they're more lighthearted and still engaging, but just more of a spectacle. And Spring Awakening was different in that it dealt with very heavy themes. It was based on a German play from 1891, but the themes are still so relevant today, and that's why we wanted to, despite the difficulty of addressing and delving into the themes, to make sure it happened respectfully and cautiously on a college campus. So we made sure to take care of the cast and the production team throughout the process from the first rehearsals. And that included having discussions, emotional debriefs after particularly difficult scenes, personal check-ins with people throughout the process. And then we had an audience talk back after one of the performances where the cast members talked about their own experiences, delving into the characters.
What an eventful month to kick off 2019.
The year's definitely been off to a good start so far.
Remember to hit that subscribe button down below. And remember,
good news
is great news
with Blue News.
See you next month.